Hello, this is Sheshachalam from AstroGuide Mysore. So there has been a lot of pause in between my videos because of many activities which are going on, and I also went through the flu infection. I actually had told you in my earlier videos also. So it was giving me a lot of trouble, talking with uninterrupted with because this cough and all those things are there. Anyway, hope I bless everybody be safe, everybody be out of this trouble, and let's all pray that the COVID situation totally becomes normal after April at least. So God bless. So now today we are talking about Mercury. Mercury in the fourth house or the Sukhasthana, Matrusthana, or also it is known as the Gruhasthana, that is where a person actually stays, the residence. Vahanasthana, that is because vehicular yogas, the yogas for which you can buy luxury vehicles or a different type of vehicle, even a color. Everything is set with the fourth house, and also it suggests as to which sort of a place you will live in, whether there will be good water, because water has to be seen particularly from the fourth house. So materialistic luxuries, buying land, selling houses, buying houses, all sorts of this real estate property dealing, everything comes here. Particularly milk, water, mother, all pure things are there in the fourth house. So fourth house is a very important karakatva is there in the fourth house. So now when Mercury, a very fast moving planet, and along with that it's a very small planet, so it is not that effective alone. So it needs support. As I have been continuously telling that Mercury functions fantastically well when there is a good support like Jupiter, Moon, or Venus along with Mercury. So there are many points which I have noted down. So one by one, let us contemplate on that. College students will get highly afflicted when Mercury is in the fourth house. And why is that? Because Mercury usually in the Sukhasthana gives more emphasis to Sukha, a different type of, those these types of college students who want to, join together, have a party mood. It's not bad to have a party mood. It's not bad that college students have a party mood. It's not like that. But because Mercury is a very soft planet, it can tend towards its afflictions. That is, the if the friends or the friendship is bad, then Mercury can very easily fall into bad habits. So this is where the concern is. So bad habits, addiction, drinking, smoking, and many other addictions like fast driving, unnecessary fast driving, because fourth house is also vehicle. So unnecessary fast driving, they lose their mindset for a minute, and a very bad accident might happen, which we have seen many places. The recent accidents of a particular accident of Bangalore, which was deadly, where I think 6 to 7 students, all of them, died because there was, I think, this very high-end car which was involved, and these people's at around 1:30 or 2 a.m. in the morning, highly influential people, students were very good. They were in a very good class of students. But when the mind goes wrong, anything can happen. So we need to control our mind. Mercury is the only planet which is active or which will be active for 24 hours. Not all planets are active. Some planets are active in the day, like the Sun, like the Jupiter, and some planets are active in the night, like Venus, like Moon, like Saturn. But particularly Mercury, it is both active at day and night. So Divaratri Bala, this is a very strong Bala which has been seen in which is listed down in the Shadbala systems, which I will be teaching on the board in detail in the coming few months, where I will be taking up all the calculation part. It might be a little boring, but it is absolutely necessary for one to understand how to plot a chart, and how the ephemeris has to be referred, how the table of ascendants has to be referred, what is Ainamsha, XYZ. I have already discussed what is Ainamsha, but with regard to the tables, all these logarithm tables are there. We can do that. We will do that in the coming days. I will be going very strict with regard to the procedure of the syllabus so that I can give you all the syllabus of astrology. There are around 24 to 25 subjects in astrology which have, you can study deep into it and have to study deep into it because you need to know all the, feathers. You need to have all the feathers to fly. You can't fly with only one wing. So you need to be very strong. So let us go deep into this subject once again. If Mercury is weak, as I said, these people can tend to fall into habits, bad habits. So college students in particular. So frivolous in nature in adults. So the having unnecessary idea of you know relationships other than the marriage. These frivolous ideas will come when a person will have Mercury in the fourth house and it is afflicted. So affliction has to be seen. It has to be strong and afflicted. Now, if it is weak, they will fall prey to addiction and they will be very easily frustrated, irritated, etc. So if it is very strong and benefic, then these people are very good in financial management. They can become excellent CAs, that is chartered accountants and mathematicians, and will be fast and can get into very good event management. And event management is a very tough thing. Everybody cannot do it. Particularly people who can, talk to the staff, talk to the people who work on the ground. These people who can communicate only can do very good event management. So these people can do excellent event management if you have a strong Mercury in the fourth house. Change of residence or going into rental accommodation, displacement from the city itself, all these things also can be seen from the fourth house when the Mercury Dasha, or if some other planet is transiting over Mercury and it is superimposed. So particularly Saturn. When Saturn superimposes Mercury, when it is in the fourth house, these things might happen. So that is displacement from where we are staying, residence. So changing, jobs, dissatisfaction. Why job? Particularly why job when I'm talking about the fourth house is because it is the seventh from the 10th. Very important. It is an opposite house for the 10th house. So to dislodge the 10th house, the fourth house, if it is powerful, it will start becoming heavier and heavier. And a person who is in too much of sukha will not be able to focus towards his profession. So a person only in too much of profession will not be able to focus on sukha. So this is a balance. So if this balance has to be good, you need to have equally planets positioned in both the 10th and the 4th. So if Mercury is in the 4th house and it's strong and it's having another heavy planet like Jupiter with it, then the 10th house will become weak. So that means the satisfaction level with regard to the profession falls down. So they can also go for second hand cars if it is afflicted and weak. Okay. So renovation, upgradation, get painting work and all these works can happen if a person has fourth Mercury and you have a beautiful moon which is transiting over it. So these things keep happening, fourth Mercury and moon transiting over it keeps happening. Or you have a moon in the fourth house and Mercury transits over it, then we usually go in for coloring, painting, recreation or renovation, sorry, not recreation. So many other things like that. I have a lot of points today for the fourth house. It is it's quite a strong house for a planet, but Mercury usually, which gets its strength in the ninth and the 10th, loses its strength in the fourth house until unless it is placed in its own sign, Mula Trikona, exaltation, and until that time, it still is not that strong in the fourth house. Sorry. So Mercury in the fourth also suggests that the native's mother will be fast, witty, uh, very careful in her talk, beautifully smart, excellent, multi talented person, and has a lot of control over the native. So this has to be seen in the boys' chart, because in Indian lifestyle we know that girls get married and go to the boys' house, and I don't know why, from where this system was followed, but still this system is still prevailing in India, where the girl has to leave all her friends, her locality, her place, her even her most attachments, and then move with only a bag to the boys' house. So if the boy's mother is very possessive and controlling in nature, then obviously the girl will go through a lot of trouble. So we need to see how strong the Mercury is in the fourth house. It doesn't mean that a smart lady as a mother-in-law will always be troublesome. It can also be that she can be an entrepreneur, and she can also encourage her daughter-in-law to become another entrepreneur. You know, so these things I have seen, that people who have a strong Mercury in the fourth house have an excellent relationship with her mother, and it is good also. So, uh, nervous problems. Now, that is because Mercury is the planet which very clearly, emphasizes the nervous system. It signifies the nervous system. So, if it is weak, then the person will go through a lot of anxiety issues. Unnecessarily he becomes inquisitive, that is, curiosity increases, and a lot of problem with regard to how the person thinks, and hence this negativity or the pessimistic character might unsettle the atmosphere of the house itself. See, the homeliness gains more positivity if the person is positive. If you are having a lot of doubt, if you are not having faith or belief with regard to your family, then there might be a lot of uncertainty which might be there in the situation. So they why this happens is because of weak Mercury in the fourth makes the person too inquisitive and suspicious. To suspicious people, they keep poking their noses where it is not required. They unnecessarily keep interfering into subjects which are not required. So the people who are staying with them will always feel a little awkward, and it'll become a habit that a person will keep on asking you, and it's not such great habit. So people who are having in the Mercury in the fourth house, if you are having it and if you think that it is weak, please change this attitude. You do not have to keep questioning people. You do not have to unnecessarily go into subjects which are not required. Even professionally, people suffer in professions because they get into matters which are not of theirs, and unnecessarily get locked into situations where they can't answer, but still they are into it. So that's how it is. So these people are gadget oriented people. They continuously keep changing gadgets, like going for the higher version of the phone very, very fast. For phones, though, anybody keeps changing it. But I'm telling you, like cars, they keep changing one after the other. Even houses, they keep building houses, they keep shifting, again build another one and keep shifting. If this is moderately placed, if it is strongly placed, then these people have the money to do this. If it is weakly placed, they still want to do it, but they will be like, running the show on the rent. So something like that. So they would love to have commercial property, mostly particularly rental property, where they will be getting monthly rent, because they do not believe in long term investments. They believe in immediate encashment. So that's how it is. Mercury in the fourth house, beautiful for bankers, investment banking, stock broking, very good. But thing is that the Lagnadipati has to be strong, and Mercury has to be a benefit for that particular ascendant. So they have very good family relations, but they are in a small family. They don't want to get expand. Usually I have seen that Mercury in the fourth house, if it is weak, these people tend to become misers. Misers in the sense that they do not want to unnecessarily, spend too much money. They'll tell, "Oh, I'm fine. I can spend it for my family, but it's very difficult for me to extend all these expenditures to my friends or the associates or my family members or a bigger family." So they will think 10 times before spending. People who have Bhadra Yoga, they are very sure about what they have. So they spend, what we say, wholeheartedly. In Hindi, we tell Dildhar. So, but they also know that they keep getting back that much of amount. So they know that they know how to earn money and they know how to spend money. So Bhadra Yoga is one of the beautiful yogas with Mercury in the fourth house, and that particularly happens for Pisces, for Gemini, and that's it. So they can become very good commission agents. Fantastic. Commission agents, real estate property dealers, vehicle dealers, particularly into used vehicles and used real estate property, Mercury is the fastest to deal with that. Second sales. And career, they are good in teaching, publishing, particularly publishing, print media publishing. They are very good at print media, and they are good at lease, property documentation, lawyers, and business in other dealings like agents. Commission agents means you can be into any business, but you are in the middle. You know how to take a business from B1 and give it to B2 who is doing a business. They are in the pipeline. So these people are very, very good. They are very shrewd and they never go under loss. This is when Mercury is strong in the fourth house. So when it becomes weak, these people become careless, carefree, not professionally oriented, and not very well planned because they do abrupt dealings and they do not have the finesse to finish it. So that is the problem with weak or debilitated or negative Mercury in the fourth house. So retro Mercury, people keep asking me now that, sir, you are doing planetary positions. Why don't you do retro? Because retro means a lot of difference. I'll be doing retro for all the planets, on a generalistic way for the start. But in the future, I would plan to do it for every house or every bhava. So retro Mercury will have an unending desire in materialistic luxuries. They always crave for more and they keep feeling that they are not fully done. They feel that I need more. I need to do more. I need to do more. So that's like that. If they have two houses, they'll always keep planning that I should have a better one, big one. So they keep going in for materialistic luxuries. They keep exchanging, the old ones. They keep give it off. They bring the new ones. So they always feel proud to exhibit their, beautiful, luxurious home and with filled with gadgets and etc. So people who are having a good strong Mercury in the fourth house. So good luck to them. It's an excellent position, but only when it is strong because usually Mercury does not give great results when it is in the fourth house. It gives a lot of challenges, and anyway, you know that there is a lot of dissatisfaction. So thank you very much for today's class. I hope I have covered a considerable subject. Thank you.